Hey, Nicole here. This is for Sagittarius with the air signs. So Sagittarius with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, so Sagittarius, we're going to talk about you guys a little bit. Sagittarius are ruled by Jupiter. That's our big, huge planet in our solar system. It's this, in astrology, it's considered to be a benefic, good, blessed sort of energy in your chart. It expands the things that it touches. It likes growth, and it's optimistic. So Sagittarians naturally are these people who tend to be more optimistic. They're idealistic. They don't necessarily want to face the mundane details of the day-to-day life, okay? They're very much about sort of their dreams and the direction they would like to head in. But because they're mutable signs, sometimes they struggle with getting to their final destination, okay? Now, of all of the fire signs, I sort of feel like Sagittarius is the most kind of related to air signs in that because they're an idealistic, this is the ninth house, which rules philosophy and religion and spirituality. They like to think about big picture ideas or big picture themes. This is something that's really interesting to them. And because they're really focused on growth, a Sagittarius likes to, with their partner, they like to create memories. They like to create stories that they have, a shared story that they've built with one another, okay? And also Sagittariuses are a lot of fun. They are like a child at heart. Again, there's a little bit of an escapist thing with a Sagittarius, just like you might see with a Pisces or even almost with like a Gemini. Like the mutable signs, they kind of have this ability or this quality or this desire, this need to sort of escape reality a little bit. And that's why all three of the mutable signs are fairly idealistic. Now, when you combine this sort of growth-oriented, but yet easygoing, fun-loving personality with the air signs, you can get some interesting combinations. I actually liked Sagittarius with the air signs better than any of the other fire signs with air. So let's look for Sagittarius and Gemini. Sag and Gemini. So we've got, these are opposites. So Gemini's in the third house, which has to do with our mind and our learning. It's the learning that we receive when we're children, okay? So it's like our formative mind. And then it's also just our mentality, it's our rational mind, it's it's our neurological functioning. It's whether we're slow-minded or quick-witted, or whether we're somebody who thinks more with the heart than with the head. I mean, all these things are kind of indicated by looking at the third house and its rulership, and aspects being made there. But at any rate, this is Gemini. Gemini is the mind, it's thinking, it's communication. The third house also rules our neighbors next to us. It rules our siblings, it rules local travel, these kinds of like quick, it's like you need these quick little hits of social interaction. So you jump in your car and you drive someplace local, close. You know, Geminis typically don't like to be home all day. You know, you like to go out and be doing things, okay? That's third house. Ninth house, which is our Sagittarius house, and which these things, to me in astrology, when I say ninth house and I say Sagittarius and I say Jupiter, that's all the same word to me in my head. They all mean the same thing. They just are working through different I don't know, modalities. It's kind of like the Trinity, I guess, anyway, but not religious. So the ninth house is going to be about all the collective body of wisdom and knowledge that we have as human beings, okay? It's all the big questions that we have asked over the eons about how, why, where, when it is that we're here as humans, and where are we going, okay? That's ninth house. So that covers college, higher education, traveling to foreign countries, foreign languages, philosophies, religions, spiritual practices, etc. Anything that has to do with also lifting kind of humanity's tide, making us all a little bit smarter, a little bit more, not only that we individually each have our own minds, which is third house, our own minds solid and strong and healthy, but that we as a humanity, we as a race of humans, that we are stronger, smarter, more spiritual, more connected. That's all Sagittarius, okay? It's also, oddly enough, the house of gambling, like risk-taking. Sagittarians are really optimistic. They're idealistic. They see kind of big picture more so than like in the everyday world. So you put a Gemini and a Sag together and it can be great, but you can have issues with you need you need some fixed energy there, or some cardinal energy, to really get these two people to work well together, where they're not just talking about their great fantastic ideas all the time and talking to other people about their great fantastic ideas, but they're actually making something happen, taking this idea and transforming, transmuting it, and turning it into cash if it's a business, you know, or if it's a couple who has like a dream house, let's say, and they're fantasizing about their incredible dream house that talks to you like on the Jetsons, but then they never really do anything to sit down. Neither of them can sit down long enough to plan, okay, how are we going to actually build this dream house, you know? But, okay, I'm giving you bad news first. The good news with these two is you have two people who are fairly just optimistic. They look on the high side many times. Gemini and Sag both have that ability to be like forward-thinking, not so much. I mean, they're definitely in the present moment, but they're hurrying to get to the next moment, so they like to do those things together. So I would say these two are great, like as that you can totally get married, but you need to be sure that if you're Sag or you're Gemini, that whoever this is you're marrying has some fixed or cardinal energy in their chart, or that you're just really aware and open-eyed about the fact that the two of you together are going to have a lot of fun, but might struggle a little bit with making money, or struggle with you know, actually creating the things that you're thinking about. So manifesting your ideas, okay? Okay, then, and then let's talk about this Sagittarius man, Gemini woman. Fun, flirty, again, lots of traveling. Like I can see lots of trips, little trips, short trips, long trips, you know, both. Like they're going to be out and about doing things. Getting these two to just stay home might be a little bit challenging. Sagittarians and Geminis both, they need like daily, they got to do something daily outside of the house, like leave their house and go somewhere, okay? So that'll be fun. That will work. Now, Sagittarius man, Gemini woman. Gemini woman, she's going to be really bubbly, and she's going to be, they're social, you know, they're a social personality type. And with Sagittarius man, he's going to think she's sweet. And I mean, I like this combination. The issue you run into is they just are all over the place. Like their conversations are going to be all over the place, like ADD. The relationship's going to feel like it's like ADD on crack, kind of. Like lots of ideas, lots of, you know, mental commotion, but not a whole lot of perhaps manifesting of their ideas, but they will have fun together. This is definitely a couple that a fantastic best friend combination, which is great in relationships. So if they have other things in their charts, their moons and their sexual planets make nice aspects to each other, they could have a fantastic relationship. But just if you had someone who's really Sag and someone who's really Gemini, you put them together, I like them for friends, but not so much for, you know, like a marriage partnership. Okay, so then let's talk Sagittarius and Libra. So I can speak from experience. I'm a Libra, and I dated a triple Sagittarius for a couple of years, so I know all about this combination. So this is a sextile. So again, this is this nice flow of energy from between the two zodiac signs. And in astrology, you know, you have the circle, and all of the planets that are on your birth chart are going to make angles. Okay, they're going to, if you were to take the math of the degrees of your sun to somebody else's moon, there's going to be an angle there of the 360 degrees of the circle, right? Well, divided by 12. So all of these angles are very important. Astrology is a sacred geometry, and just like most of the esoteric, or many of the esoteric kind of languages or systems. So with a sextile, these two people really play well together. They get along well. The Libra is going to be a social, little bit of a social butterfly. There's a little bit of that happening with Libra. Libra they'll have great conversation. Libra loves to think about the high side of anything and everything. Libras are definitely interested in anything to do with beauty and aesthetics and the arts and music, and loves to have fun socially, you know, loves to go out and about, be out and about. And the Sagittarius is one who enjoys conversation, loves to watch the Libran kind of work through things in their mind. Sagittarius is going to be more apt, if it's especially as a man, he's just going to be like watching the Libra, maybe not even listening to anything she's saying. Sagittarius is they're a little bit ADD. And so, but he will watch her intently and enjoy her, blah, 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 her talking. And then it'll be his turn to talk, and he'll be like, yeah, totally, you know, like maybe not have much to add to it. But the Libra will be just fine with that. So at any rate, this relationship too, as far as the passion between the two, it's a great combination again because it's a sextile. There's a natural affinity. They both, Libra is, of all of the air signs, I would say the most sort of romantic or the most sexual because it's ruled by Venus, which is the sexual planet. But it comes from a place of the seduction, the sensuality, that side of sexuality versus like the Martian side, which is just the actual act of sex. So, and then Sagittarius is Jupiter, and Jupiter and Venus go really well together. He just kind of expands and brings out the sensuality of the Venusian person. Vice versa, if it's a Sagittarius woman and a Libra man, you're going to have the same thing. So the Sagittarius will dote on the Libra man, and his ego will be feel good because Librans we're kind of vain a little bit, and so he will appreciate. See, Sagittarius also is really this authentic, genuine. Everyone I've met that's Sag is pretty straightforward. Even to their detriment. They'll say more than they should. They overspeak, they overshare. And so, but the Libran will sort of appreciate that and will, at times, will be bothered by it, but for the most part, will appreciate that they're getting what they see is what they're getting. So with this Sagittarian female and this Libran male, he will really feel like she's truly thinks he's the cat's meow, even if she's just flattering him, you know. So anyway, it's a nice combination. The Sagittarius inspires the Libra. Sagittarius will believe in the Libra, will be the Libra's biggest fan, and the Libra will be affectionate, sensual, passionate with the Sagittarius and have fun. They'll have fun together. There'll be a couple too that loves to socialize, that is always on the go, trying new things. And yeah, they're a great combination. I love Libra and Sagittarius, so especially if the Libra has fire and the Sagittarius has some air, then it's a really nice combination. So, all right, our last combo is Sagittarius and Aquarius. So this is another fun, this is a great friend. I like this for friendship. But Sagittarius, again, this is going to be a little ADD. It's like they're going to struggle with getting things done because, again, you've got this Sagittarius with all their ideas and their enthusiasm, their optimism, and then you have an Aquarius who just is bringing more ideas and more has a desire to make change and make an impact on the world around themselves, and so they've got all these ideas and these things that they would like to implement, and they're a fixed sign, the Aquarius, but sometimes Aquarians, without other indicators in their charts, that Aquarian energy really kind of lacks the ability to take the idea, this cerebral thing, this entity, and create an actual whether it's money or create something physical that you have to show for your thoughts and your ideas. Also, this one's tough for longevity. I feel like Aquarius and Sagittarius could be, maybe if it's an Aquarius man and a Sagittarius female, they're going to give each other a lot of freedom, which is great. They'll understand the need that they both have a need to, wander and roam and whatever, be free. So they could do like an open relationship kind of a thing maybe, but I just don't, this is not one where I would see longevity. It's the fun love affair, kind of a summer fling is kind of the feel I have to it. It has, unless there's again, the moons are really important. But let's say both of your moons, you've got Aquarius moon, Sagittarius moon, and then maybe some air signs on the sun signs. These people are probably not gonna, I can't really see it lasting for very long. So anyway, there's a lot more to an actual relationship reading, but as archetypes, these two are meant to be together, to enjoy each other, to expand each other's sort of view of the world, to have great conversation, to hang out with friends, to go do some fun activities, to travel together. That'd be fabulous. And maybe even they might want to start a business, but they maybe shouldn't. The two together, unless, again, there's maybe the third partner that has some fixed or cardinal energy. So that's it. That's Aquarius and Sagittarius together. Okay. And that's, I think, all, right? That's all of the Sagittarius with the air signs. So, all right, comments below. Okay.